do more last night. Then I changed my mind. I was too tired. So now I'm up very early, and overnight my brain has been wiped of what I'm doing. But I know the gist here. Gadgets. Things. Now, what I'd been thinking about was how I arrange all of these gadgets such that how do I arrange all of these gadgets such that they appear and disappear at the right times? A little thing I'll do here, I think. I guess I'll do it here. Save menu items. And they will be save image and save array. I think I have everything, but I also need an open menu, and I actually think there's going to be, well, let me just get it in first. And for what it's worth, I'll stick it up here. And what will it be? It will be like latest array. Latest image. Load array. Actually, I think I will just change the order of that a bit. Load array. I just think this is going to be the most common. Load. Now, what I think is, at least how I'm going to try doing it. I mean, this is pushing, I don't know, it shouldn't be pushing it, should it? I don't know how to put this except to say I'm going to use zones, and I'm going to use lots of overlapping zones, and the whole system for allowing zones, gadgets which overlap each other, to be invisible to the mouse click is kind of brand new, and it works apparently. I'm using it every frame, but this is pushing it. But anyway, so the way it's going to work is this: there will be gosh, it's like an overall zone, a main zone, I guess. Zone. And then there is a common zone, which holds scale 1, show all, close button and add button. Actually, close button and add button belong in the main zone. They will be present even if nothing is open. Scale 1, show all belong in the common zone. Common zone is open whenever either an image or an array is open. And there's also the image zone, which is visible whenever an image is open, and the array zone. visible whenever an array is open. Now, I have somewhere, yeah, this. The reason it's down at the bottom is because I knew I wasn't decided about it yet. It actually belongs nowhere. As such, it will go here and here, and it'll be the image label and the array label. Just because it saves me changing the position of the label, and I can just set them both up. The array label needs to give more space to the view and save menus, where this just needs save image. Images just need save image in that space. The log button, also I need an info button here. View menu, save menu, okay, in here maybe. Field, info button, my button, and info panel. At least it's going to be possibly this may explode a bit. This is always a bit constrained because it's got this table which holds all that extra information. I'm not yet decided how I'm going to display the information. I suppose I could use a table again. It would be consistent, and the reason I'm hesitant to use a table to display the info for the arrays is that I am vaguely imagining a slightly more graphical display which shows the distributions. But that doesn't mean I won't end up using a table for some of it. It can all go on an info panel. It's kind of a thing I've just got to not think about yet because there's plenty to get through just sorting through this logic. Okay. So the main zone is always open. The common zone opens when either an image or an array is open. They're basically scale 1 and show all. Don't know, is there something else? I think that that's the only thing that is... yeah, I think it's the only thing that's common entirely to both gadgets and arrays. Okay, so and this I have got. Okay. What am I doing? Frame info, and I suppose I will have, like, log shown is weird. I could just use log table visible, is it? I think is visible. Anyway, for the time being I will actually assume that that is what I'm going to do. Where on earth have I? Oh, I'm in the GUI. That is what I'm going to do for the purposes of the info panel. Now I have to set all of these things up. Did I get the apply button? Yeah, I did. Okay. Now, this bit, obviously, it's going to take some time. Actually, what I do is this, copy that, and then this, and then this. I don't know if this is sensible. Is this? This is a task for me to avoid the inevitable. inevitable getting down to business of actually defining all these gadgets. What I'm doing here is trying to make a little list of them so that I can have it at hand as I should do it this way. I should stop there. But I don't know, I think I am wasting my time. It's just, what can I say, I need something to prep my brain. A lot of these I have definitions for anyway, so I shouldn't be too fussed about it. I shouldn't have done that either, I should have kept the common zone. Okay. Let's get into this new. Let's fire this in here. And I'm going to start with the zones. And yeah, it's just going to be set up with a parent as self. So it occupies the entire face of the gadget as you've created it. It does need to be aligned, because these gadgets will be almost instantly resized. So it needs to have its left side locked low, right locked high, top locked low, and bottom locked high, so that those sides stay stuck to the sides of the gadget. And maybe I'll just set up all the zones. Common zone equals new. Now I think the way this is going to work is the common zone will be the child of the main zone, and it will also occupy its entire face and be aligned to be stuck to its sides. And the image zone, now I could make the image zone and array zone children of the common zone, and that way whenever the common zone is hidden, the image and array zone are just automatically gone. But I don't know. I just don't know. For the time being, I'm going to make them children of the main zone. I'm just going to handle each one individually and we'll see how it goes. Align sides, and array zone. Now I need to start adding these gadgets, and I'm going to start from the top left, and the first thing that is going to be there is going to be the open menu. it is in the main zone, and it is open something, and it's at CX and CY, button width and button height, and its style is that of a button, and it is aligned to the top left and the top left, and its items are open menu items, yes. And that is it in the main zone. In the common zone, there is only scale 1 and show all. So I've got them down here somewhere. Oh, no, I've got to add close button and add button. I'll just sneak these in here, and I will just quickly say this is in the common zone, and this is in the common zone, and then I will think about the close button, and where's the add button? Oh my goodness, my mouse is starting to go bananas. The add button and the close button. Let's come with me and go in the main zone. I thought these were going to go right down at the bottom right, and I think they are. And it will be the close button at the extreme bottom right. So CX equals face width minus, yeah, it's that. And CY equals face height minus button height plus bar. Now that is high, low, and it needs to be high now to be locked to the bottom right. CX does not change here. What happens is CY minus equals button height plus bar to move it up here to get the add button added, and it also has to be aligned to the bottom. That was a little screw up there, I saw it, but it's fixed anyway. So they're in the main zone. What's true about that? Oh, it's the icon taking on the font color. Now, common zone, yeah. CY is face height minus that, CX equals border, that's right in the common zone. Align size low, high, yep. Show CX plus that, yes, fine. This is probably not needed. Maybe I'll just shifty this up here to be in common with what I've done here. And I think that's all in the common zone. I better just take this and pop it down here. Main zone, open, close, add. Common zone, scale 1, show all. Onto image zone. Maybe I should just show myself what I've done here and keep track. images. Okay. Images. Image zone. I have image label. Right. But I'm not going to start with that. I'm going to say cx equals button width plus border times 2 and cy equals border. And I'm going to add the save image button first. Equals new my button. It's in the image zone. It's at, oh, it's got save image written on it. It's at cx cy button width button height. No image. Save image button. Oops. Align sides. Low, 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 low. Then cx plus equals save image button. Oops. Don't know why I did that. Save image button width plus bar. Now hang on a sec, I was just thinking something there. Gosh darn it, it's gone. Okay. Well, now it's the image label. And it's a button. It's a button for a daft reason, but hey ho. I'm just going to leave a button just now. It's because I can't be bothered making it into a panel. I could force it to not react in a way, but image zone at cx and cy. Oops. And it has kind of nothing written on it just now. Say, no, it really just, maybe just has nothing. And the width of it is the face width minus cy plus border times 2, I think. And it's button height high. Image label. It's going to have to be justified right, I think, we'll see. Image label, align sides, low high, low low this time. Excuse me. And that's image label. Now cx is going to equal face width minus button width plus minus button width plus border. And cy plus equals button height plus border. I'm cheating, but never mind. And now log button equals new my button in the image zone. Show log cx cy button width button height. And this is locked high high low low, I think. Sides to the right, top and bottom to the top. Let's save log and the log table, the horrible, horrible log table. Okay, well, that's that got anyway. But I suppose I feel I can get rid of this. And I feel I can get rid of all of this. And that is what it is to take up, to set up that log table, so it's not too bad. I don't have the bit that actually creates it, mind you. That's pretty silly of me. How did I miss it? But anyway, it doesn't matter, because I have it here. It'll be something like that as well. Don't know what exactly. It's not array gadget, it's view gadget. View gadget, new. Okay. CY plus equals log button height plus border. CX equals border. That might actually do it. We'll see. And down here, oops. What did I do? What did I do? Oh, there it is. And you can just be totally removed and plopped there. Log table, my table view, CXCY, face width, okay, yeah, that seems fine. It's just plopped it underneath the log button, filling the width and half the height. I think that's it. Okay. This can now go. Oh me, so many red marks. Have I open menu, set items, open menu items, yeah, log button, align sides. Okay, arrays. The array label, the view menu, the save menu. So I'm going to start with the save menu. I'm going to say CX equals button width plus border times 2.0 and CY equals border, and save menu equals new root in the array zone, and it says save, and it is at CXCY button width, button height, and it is of button type. And it has the save menu items in it, and it is stuck up at the top left. Now CX plus equals save menu width plus border, and now there is the view menu. This is not going to get used for a long time, but I'm going to have to make it just so that I know what the sort of content of my view is going to look like. View menu items. And it also is locked to the top left. That's a my button, of course. So this is face width minus cy plus border times 2, I think, comma, button height. I think that's right. And this is locked to the left and right and to the top. Also, cx equals face width minus button width plus border, and cy plus equals button height plus border, and info button equals new my button in the array zone with array info, or show info, I'll say. Cx, cy, button width, button height, and locked to the right and to the top. And now the info panel. The info panel is very much like the log table panel. I think that that's just what I'm going to do just now. This equals info button height plus border, cy equals border, and then info panel equals new panel. Array zone cx cy face width minus border times 2, face height times 0.5, and that's it. And it's aligned low and high and low and low, so that it stretches widthwise and just sticks to the top. I got a problem with my panel? Oh, face width doesn't exist like that. Man. Okay, well, it's dragging, but it's coming along. Oh, here's the apply button. And the apply button. The view menu, I have got. The path label, I've covered in both cases. The file position and position slider, I have not yet got. Open latest array, these things no longer exist. Save image button, I have. Load array, save array, open latest array. All those things I have inside menus. Inside the save menu and inside the open menu way up here. Okay. Apply file position and pause slider. Well, a frustrating thing about this is that the slider is probably not actually the thing to to use. The thing to use is just a button and a string field, or a string request. No, a float request. So there are two buttons, and in fact that's what I'm going to do. It'll be neater. And it might make a bit more sense as well. Okay, so pause slider is basically going to be no more, and I'm going to get up here and go pause button. And I can't think of a better place for them really than down at the bottom left. I'm just going to stick them there for now anyway. If I find them getting in the way then. And I'm going to do the pause button first. And where is it going to start? The show all are these small button widths, so I suppose I could say CX equals scale button, scale 1 button, something or other. CX equals scale 1 button. I could do X, but there's also abs left plus bar times 2. I'll stick a tiny little extra border in. Well, I know I won't. I'll just leave it as bar. And cy equals face height minus button height plus bar. I just can't resist doing this. Mr. Cameron, my maths teacher, would scream at me probably because it's totally unnecessary. Probably, I don't know. I actually don't know if it is or not there. That's how I want to think about it. Anyway. Did I just remove the scale 1 button? No, I didn't. I'm talking about the pause button, as I now have, equals new my button in the array zone at and it's got now seeing as I'm doing it this way, I can use some words, and I might call it color position, and the button beside it say use original. CXCY button width, button height, and the pause button is aligned left and down at CX plus equals pause button width plus bar, and the file pause button also in the array zone. CXCY button width, button height, and file pause button align sides. What was it? Yeah, low and high. Low for the side, low left right, high top bottom, and that is these. Leaving apply, and in the case of apply, I think CX equals face width minus, or I could say equals add button X minus button width plus border, and CY equals, can't remember which was at the very bottom, close button and the add button. So close button's at the very bottom. So it's the add button I want the top of this to be level with. I'm pretty sure that's what that gives me. Apply button and its button height times 2 plus border. So it's a big button. Apply button, align sides. No, it's to be locked high, 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 high. And that's no longer. Okay. I have really only begun this, in a sense. That's not bad though. 42 minutes. I am going to have to call it a day for a moment. Call it a video anyway. So this is the basis of the View gadget. Those are pretty much all the gadgets I think that are within it, and most of the fields. I think maybe I'll come up with a couple of others. Other things will be introduced, possibly to do with the info panel, the array info panel. It may become a table just so I can add stuff to it easily. We'll see. So now I have to go through what on earth. Yeah, so this is all the stuff that come from Gadget. What I have to do, look at all this, everything has changed, but this actually will be a lot cleaner now. But I've got to get into Array Gadget and find all the bits of it that do not overlap with Gadget and put them into View Gadget. It's not that much really, but well, this is one thing. But anyway, so basically I have to do the logic. I have to integrate these two pieces of logic into the single gadget, which I will do next time.